Hey guys, so today is a bit of a faster paced video, or I mean a shorter video, because I wanted to talk about something that I kind of mentioned but didn't really go over before, and that is building out reply decks. So in my video where I talked about qualifying leads and how to only get qualified leads onto calls, I didn't talk about this specific. So the difference between just triaging leads through chat and using something like a reply deck is the fact that this is more of basically like objection handling through chat. And what I've noticed, this usually, more experienced business owners and setters, they don't have this issue. When you're setting for 1,000, 2,000 leads, either you're a business owner doing your own appointment setting, or you're an appointment setter, handling the messages, you start getting the same objections over and over again. And that is exactly what the reply deck is for. Now, for today, I wanted to show two reply decks. The first one is for a consumer offer, an Amazon offer, an Amazon FBA program. And the second one is actually my reply deck, the one that I use, right? As you can see, it looks very simple, but this one thing, it really systemizes the entire process, because when you get the same objections over and over again in chat, you need to start measuring what reply from your end handles that objection in the best way possible. And once you start measuring that out, you're able to start putting those responses into the reply deck. The way we do it is by basically looking at what objections reoccur. So when some objection reoccurs more than twice, right, we put in the reply deck. And this is specific to every single offer, because in different offers, there's going to be different objections. For example, if you're selling in a market where your main customer avatar is women, the women will have objections in the form of like, I need to talk to my husband, right? They're going to need to get permission from their husband or from their partner, their spouse. So these objections really vary from niche to niche, but a lot of them stay the same. So for example, if you get a not interested objection, which is extremely common in every niche, got you, I won't pitch you. Truth is, we get this quite often from people who have been burnt by the gurus or just don't believe in coaching in general. What is the reason for you? So you always want to try to come back from an objection, because the conversation is not over there unless you end it where that objection happens, right? How much do you charge? This is extremely common. This question usually pops up in like every single niche. So you always want to first try and handle it by giving them a range, right? You don't ever want to reveal price through chat, because like they don't even know what the offer is completely. That's why they get on a sales call, right? And on the sales call, once they know all of the details, then they have enough context to actually make the best decision for themselves and decide whether an offer is worth it for them or it's not worth it for them. When you're doing it through chat, they just don't have enough information to make the best decision possible. So if you just reveal the price then and there, they will probably just ghost you. So you always want to try and handle it by giving them an estimate. Usually the best way to do it is to say that your program offers kind of a tailored to them solution, because it's the only way. Like for example, you can say, if we did the same exact solution for every single person, we wouldn't get the results that we have right now. And then that could lead you into sending them a case study, right? Because we wouldn't get the results that we have right now. Actually, last month we got X, Y, and Z result for X, Y, and Z name. Would you mind if I sent you that case study, right? So there's a lot of ways to lead from this while not giving away the price. If they really need to know the price, you can give them a range of a number. That is really what you should do. I would say never actually give them like the exact amount in chat. Like if they're really, really pushing your buttons to give them some number, give them a range. But always try to first kind of say the solution is tailored to every person you work with, to avoid, giving that price before the prospect has enough context to actually make the best decision for themselves. For a lead gen offer, the reply deck is more simple, because when you sell to businesses, usually there's going to be less of the simple objections. Like these people know that you're selling them most of the time. Most of the time, business owners will have some sense that you are trying to sell them. So yeah, most of the time, the objections are going to be pretty simple. I mean, the common ones are always kind of common in every space, like how much do you charge? How much does it cost to run your system, to implement your system? And again, as I said, that's something you should usually answer with like a custom to use solution. So another objection that you might get in the coaching space, especially if it's like a saturated coaching space. Right now, an example of a saturated niche at the time of recording this video would be like selling closing programs, right? Like I'll make you a closer for X, Y, and Z amount. Or trying to sell people onto setting programs. It's getting more and more saturated day after day, because more people are trying to sell people closing programs, right? Become a closer, make 100K per month. In those niches, there's a chance that the prospect you're talking to has maybe even invested into someone else before because the niche is so saturated. With that, you always have to handle that with understanding. And again, this is only usually common in the more saturated niches. So, hey name, to be honest, that sucks. It's a common one we get from our clients. And then Mike, the person this reply deck was built for, Mike started this program to sign up to the gurus and all the coaches who never truly took responsibility for their students' success. You see, Mike himself was in your shoes just around a year ago. And at this point, so yeah, it basically goes over that and then reveals a number that Mike, the coach, is getting his students to. Also, a very important thing I want you to notice from this reply deck and the lead gen reply deck is how, like, what type of language you use, right? Here you can see that the language is a lot more casual because we're targeting mostly people who are under the age of 25 who want to start an Amazon FBA business, right? And with the lead gen reply deck, the language is a little bit less casual because we're targeting business owners, right? Usually these people are, over 25. Of course, there's a lot of people who are under 25 as business owners, but we want to be more formal with them. While here we want to be more friendly, kind of, not be formal to sound like a robot, because here we're just talking to normal people. Yeah, to build a reply deck, you basically look at the objections that recur multiple times, and then you put them into a Notion or into a doc and just have one common objection handling reply that works the best. And you got to measure what reply works the best, because some of these replies, might not work, and then you need to change them out for the one that works the best and gets you ghosted the least when you're trying to set these people onto meetings. So yeah, very short video. Hopefully it is helpful though, especially if you're a beginner. I think it's very, very important to kind of systemize things as much as possible, like objection handling.